Broncos country, I think it's time to have the Javonte Williams conversation. I feel like, I know this probably isn't going to make a lot of people happy, but I do think the Broncos probably need to bench Javonte Williams for Samaje Perine. Javonte has not played well over the past few weeks, and Samaje feels like he is the more effective runner right now, despite having to deal with subpar run blocking. We saw that in the game against Detroit, where Javonte got 12 carries and didn't even average 3 yards per carry. I believe off the top of my head it was 12 carries for 27 yards. Meanwhile, Samaje Perine averaged over 6 yards per carry with the same subpar run blocking. I think about a really nice run that he ripped off. I believe it was on 3rd down, and on that same play, the run blocking was not ideal. The Broncos were getting manhandled up front by the Detroit Lions defensive line, but it didn't matter because Samaje Perine actually hit the correct hole and was able to make a couple of guys miss. It was a nice elusive run, and we've seen that from Samaje Perine pretty much all season long. I don't understand why he's not getting a more extended opportunity, and if I were him, I would not be happy about the lack of opportunities that I'm getting, because if you look at just the raw numbers, right now, Samaje Perine per PFF has a 73.1 grade in the run game, whereas Javonte Williams only has a 64.2 run grade, and that takes into account your run blocking. So both teams would basically have, or both players would be graded on a curve essentially because of the run blocking. Both players are dealing with the same subpar level of run blocking, and Samaje Perine is still producing at a much higher level. Even when you look at the raw stats, Samaje Perine is averaging 4.9 yards on the ground right now, whereas Javonte Williams on the year is only averaging 3.7 yards per carry on the ground. The Broncos need to get this run game situated one way or another. Sean Payton has said that the Broncos have not been happy with their run game really ever since the Cleveland game, and for me, that is the main reason why they struggled so much against Detroit, was because they weren't able to effectively run the football. Some of that is on Sean Payton for not putting his players in the best position to be successful, but it's also on Sean Payton, in my opinion, for not playing his best player in the backfield right now, and that is Samaje Perine. And even Jaleel McLaughlin, I feel like, needs to get some more snaps, because the Broncos actually did utilize Jaleel in the way that I wanted them to. They utilized him as eye candy. On the very first play, they faked it to him and then threw it backside to Jerry Jeudy behind the defense. That was a great play right there, both utilizing Jaleel McLaughlin and utilizing Jerry Jeudy. That's what the Broncos are going to have to do if they want to wake up this run game. And right now, with Javonte Williams, I feel like he's in year 1 coming off of an ACL. In year 2, he's probably going to be a lot better off than he is right now. Right now, he's just struggling, trying to get back. I don't think he has that same level of burst and explosiveness that he once did in 2021. I also think his vision, that's something that's always been kind of a weakness in his game. His vision in this stretch of this season has not been good. The offensive line will clear holes sometimes, but Javonte, for whatever reason, won't hit the hole. Samaje will, and that's why I feel like right now the best back on the Broncos roster is Samaje Perine, and if this team wants to get back on track, even if they win the next 3 games, they're going to need some help, some realistic help, because they do have a strong chance to make the playoffs. It's realistic, but they are going to need some help, but it won't matter at the end of the day if they don't win these next 3 games. So in order to get that done, they're going to have to wake up this run game, and in order to wake up this run game, I really feel like Samaje Perine is the player who's going to be able to do that for him. All right, Broncos country, I am curious if you agree with me and you think the Broncos should bench Javonte Williams for Samaje Perine. Drop those comments down below, guys. I would love to hear your thoughts as always. Be sure to leave a like on this video as well as subscribe and ring the bell so these videos appear in your notification feed. I would really appreciate it, guys. Those are 2 free and easy ways to show your support, helps tell YouTube's algorithm to push us out, and helps us get seen by more and more members of Broncos country just like you and me. And until next time, guys, I'm your host, Gage Madrid, saying peace out.